Hello everyone and welcome back to my video. In today's video we're going to be going over the patch notes for tomorrow's update. So with tomorrow's update we've got some more bundles with Gotha, which doesn't really matter. These are the power up bundles, the ones where the tickets give you a higher percent. I'm pretty sure there's 6% multis instead of the normal 4, I want to say. It's either 6 or 7. We've got this event here as well, which is basically every day. As you can see here, these are days. You get different challenges, you complete them, and you can get certain rewards. There's no like reward for completing them all. These are just the rewards you can get throughout. Some of them are okay, some of them are pretty mid, but you know, just go for the ones you want. I'd probably recommend these golden crates are pretty good. You can actually pick what you get from them. SSR pendants once again always be good. SA coins good. Hammers, all that kind of stuff. They're all good. They're all worth going for. Also, Chaos Mode. The return of Chaos Mode should hopefully return. Is currently not, as we're recording this, it is Monday. It is not out yet. So, you know, where is it? It should. I thought it would be out by now. I thought they'd do reset to reset sort of thing. But it turns out, no, they're not. So we will have to wait until Tuesday, well, tomorrow, to see if it's out or not. It should be out. Also, we've got our current rule, which is the same name rule, where you can use two characters with the same name, which is quite cool. Which also for some reason disables relics as well. I don't know why they've done that. It makes it so all relics are disabled, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, because there's lots of characters that sort of perform a lot better with their relic, which is kind of sad. You've got Fight Festival stuff. These are the rewards you get. Basically, I'm pretty sure when you play 3 games, you get this reward, or you get one after playing every game, you get 3 of them. I'm not sure. Once again, these are rewards, so if you get top 1%, you get 100 diamonds. I'm probably going to go for like top 10. The grind for top 1 isn't worth it, because it's like a stupid amount of time. It's just not worth it. And it's like, it's too much time, in my opinion. Like, I'd rather just take 40 or 50 diamonds than having to do the grind for 1%. Because you got to keep 1% to the end. Which, bear in mind, if everyone else is trying to grind for 1% as well, it's going to be pain, and it's not worth it. Fort Soldieress, this is the reward you now get as a guarantee. These are the rewards you now get by chance from the event Fort Soldieress. You got the events in Fort Soldieress itself, so you got this one here, which gives you 2 diamonds as well as 1 SSR pendant. This one gives you 2 diamonds and a bunch of other crap as well. They have fixed a few bugs with Gotha, so they fixed the bug with Gotha where you get the double rank up, which once again actually was non-global. This is the JP patch notes. They fixed a bug with the new Demonic Beast, fixed more bugs with Demonic Beast, fixed more bugs with Gotha. Fix more just general bugs with Gotha. I think most of the bugs are with Gotha and the new Demonic Beast. That's ready for patch notes. So now we are going to go on to whose relic you should get with the free relic materials. As you can see here, we've been getting free NIDHOGGR relics. I'm pretty sure soon we will have enough. I'm pretty sure that may have even been the final one. But with that, you can then get a NIDHOGGR relic. So we're going to go over just 2 I recommend. So we'll go to relics, NIDHOGGR. I have all the NIDHOGGR relics, right? But if you own none of them, this is your first time ever getting any NIDHOGGR relics, you think, oh, you know, should I get Lost Veins, you know, Diane's, Esterosas, Roxy's? Get this Freyja. This Freyja is worth it. Mainly because she is on the best team for NIDHOGGR, so you might as well get her relic, which is a NIDHOGGR relic, which would then making the farming process a lot easier, especially now that NIDHOGGR is infinitely farmable, which is a big thing. You know, if you have her well built as well, it can either be green or red. You don't need, you know, you don't need one in particular. Green or red will still work. Red is technically the one you would want, but if you have green, it is still possible with green. It's just phase 2 of floor 3 can be a little bit more of a drag without red. The green is still good, but it's because there's 2 single targets and she only starts with single targets with her relic. It can be a little bit irritating. But overall, her relic is one that's 100% worth it. As like the first one you should get. Other ones I recommend, Lost Veins, Queen Diane's, Roxy's is very good, Merlin's is very good. Most of these relics are really good. The ones I say that are like bad and just to avoid are Monspeets. Ominous Nebula's Eldris isn't even worth it anymore because you have Demon King and you've got LLZL. This one's not too bad because of course he works for LLZL. Malascula isn't bad, and Freldrin's I would avoid because one of them's a suicide character and one of them has like no CC, and his passive basically requires him to go first for his passive to work. If not, it doesn't work. Which is basically if he goes first or if he has more CC than the enemy, he ends up I think disabling their ult gauge for a certain period of time. And bear in mind, Most of the characters nowadays have insanely high CC, and most people are running CC food. It's not like people are running evade food nowadays. Most people are running CC food. So the only people this would really work on would be bots, which is not really good. Molasses one's always it's just quite nice to have, whether that be for PvE, choosing a sort of PvE event, or just in general PvP, because it can be quite irritating to deal with, because I'm pretty sure it gives basic stats. Yeah, it gives basic stats per ignite, as well as the enemy that the ally that has the revival effect gets 30% attack related stats, which is quite nice. Freyjas one, once again, insane for just NIDHOGGR, and I would highly recommend that to be your first one. Omni's name is Eldris. It was good at the time of its release, not good anymore. AM Melee's is actually still quite good for AM Melee. If you've already got all the other ones, you just look for a relic to get. AM Melee's isn't too bad. Lost Fane isn't bad for LR Lost Fane, that's really it. Queen Diane is really good for Valentine's Day and Queen Diane. Valentine's Day Diane is actually quite good. Queen Diane is also, once again, still quite good. Can be used for PvE, maybe PvP every now and again, so she's not too bad. Like Liz wouldn't get, it's horrible. She's not Mera anymore. Her relic itself isn't that good. It removes Infect, and that's it. Just Infect. It doesn't include Arthur's Infect or Demon King's Special Infect. No, only normal Infect. And no character nowadays has normal Infect, so I wouldn't recommend that one. Freyjas one's quite good. It once again increases your single target damage for Ragnarok Unknown characters per Ragnarok or Unknown, as well as increase their basic stats, once again, by 5% per Ragnarok or Unknown, which is actually quite good for PvE and just general PvP, especially PvE, because, you know, you've got, like, dogs. What do I use them? I use them for dogs, I use them for deer, and I use them for bird. For all like optimal teams, those are the 3 demonic beasts that I would technically use Freyja in, and his relic would be quite useful for. Esterosis is quite good for ult control, especially if using demons. Demons are still quite prevalent. Even though I'd say Esterosis could probably be replaced now, I would still say it's still quite nice to have. Because I've seen a few demon teams without, you know, Demon King's Eldris, and instead they've had Esterosis. Roxy's relic, once again, quite good. Can definitely make or break Roxy. Roxy without her relic, a whole different character. The 90% increased crit damage and the 9% basic stat boost that you get from running a full human team is insane, and as well as it gives a lot of basic stats to her, and makes her still to this day one of the highest CC characters, which is still quite nice. Mon speed's completely useless. It's maybe good if you don't have Kyo and you want to do that Croc Shell boss a little quicker. That's it. Once again, we all know what Merlin's does. If all your characters on your team are Sins, you get 15% basic stats, and for every debuff on the enemy, you get 3% damage reduction up to 30%, which is insane for Sins, because Sins already got the 20% damage reduction from Transcendent Bomb, so you're looking at 50% damage reduction, a basic stat boost, Gotha's basic stat boost, you're looking at 30% basic stat boost, 50% damage reduction. Team's going to be quite tanky. You've got characters like Melee, who once again gives himself basic stats per 7 Deadly Sins ally, and you've got Barn, who gives your team HP related stats per Sins as well. So you're looking at like 45% HP boost for your entire team turn 1, because of you've got all Sins, you've got Gotha, and you've got Barn, which is quite nice. But yeah, definitely get Freyja's relic first. She's definitely worth it. Definitely number 1 person to get relic. The patch isn't that big, but of course, we'll find out on Wednesday with the JP patch notes what is coming next. Probably be some sort of catastrophe. Once again, we've got the catastrophe leak, so probably be catastrophe. And then, of course, 2 weeks off that, we'll see the collab, and maybe soon we might get the monthly developer notes, which we haven't gotten yet, which I've been sort of waiting to do a video on, and they haven't released it yet, which is slightly painful. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.